What does success mean to you? Is it a fancy car, a big house, or perhaps something more intangible like happiness or freedom? You see, success is a chameleon. It changes its color, its texture, its very essence depending upon who is looking at it. For some, it's about the tangible rewards. The glitzy mansion on the hilltop, the sleek sports car, the fat bank account. That's one way of looking at it, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for others, success is more nebulous. It's about achieving a dream, no matter how big or small. It's about making a difference in the world, about leaving a legacy that will outlive them. It's about the journey, not the destination. It's about the joy in the struggle, the satisfaction in the hard work. And then there are those for whom success is about finding happiness, contentment, peace. It's about living a life of purpose, about finding meaning in the mundane. It's about freedom, the freedom to be who they are, to do what they love, to live life on their own terms. So you see, success is not a monolith. It's not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's a kaleidoscope, a myriad of colors and patterns, each unique, each beautiful in its own way. That's why it's so important to define what success means to you. Not what your parents think it should be, not what society dictates, not what your friends or your boss or your neighbors believe it to be, but what you, in the very core of your being, believe it to be. Because at the end of the day, you are the architect of your own success. You are the one who decides what it looks like, what it feels like, what it means. You are the one who paints the canvas of your life, who writes the story of your journey. Remember, success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's something you define for yourself. So, you've defined what success means to you. Now, how do you get there? What's the secret formula? Well, let's break it down into manageable steps, shall we? The journey to success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not a straight, smooth road, but rather a winding path with hills, valleys, and a few bumps along the way. But don't worry, we're here to guide you. First things first, setting clear goals. Imagine stepping into a car without a destination in mind. You'd just be driving aimlessly, right? Similarly, without clearly defined goals, you'll find yourself wandering about with no real progress. Write down your goals, make them specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This is your roadmap to success. Next up, staying focused. With the world we live in, it's so easy to get sidetracked. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, Netflix, the latest cat video. But the key is to stay focused on your goals. Keep your eyes on the prize. Remember why you started and let that drive you forward. Then comes the part that most people dread, embracing failure. Yes, you heard that right. Embrace it. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. It's the greatest teacher you'll ever encounter. Each failure is a lesson, a stepping stone on your path to success. So, when you stumble, don't get disheartened. Get up, dust yourself off, learn from it, and move forward. And finally, the most important step. Persistence. Success doesn't come overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, day in and day out. It's about not giving up when the going gets tough. It's about pushing through the pain, the doubts, the failures. It's about believing in yourself when no one else does. The path to success isn't straight or easy, but with determination and persistence, you can make it. Remember, the only time you truly fail is when you stop trying. So keep going. Your success story is waiting to be written. First step on the path to success, setting clear goals. Now you might be thinking, well, of course I want to be successful. Isn't that a clear goal? But success, my friends, is a destination, not a roadmap. And just like any journey, you'll need a clear path to follow. Imagine, if you will, setting out on a road trip without a map. Sure, you might know you want to end up in, say, the city of success, but without clear directions, you might find yourself lost in the forest of frustration, or worse, the swamp of stagnation. No one wants to be stuck there, believe me. So, how do we map out our journey to success? By setting smart goals. No, I'm not just talking about clever or witty goals, although a little humor never hurt anyone. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. Let's break it down. Specific means your goal needs to be well-defined. Rather than saying, I want to be successful, you might say, I want to increase my business's profits by 20% within the next year. Measurable refers to the ability to track your progress. In our example, you can measure your progress by comparing your profits each quarter. Achievable, as the word implies, means your goal should be realistic. If your business just started, increasing profits by 200% might not be achievable. Relevance is about ensuring that your goal aligns with your broader objectives. If your ultimate goal is to grow your business, then increasing profits is certainly relevant. Finally, time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline. Without one, your goal is just a wish floating around in the ether of someday. In our example, the deadline is within the next year. So there you have it, the roadmap to setting clear, achievable goals. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a dream. Make your dreams a reality by setting clear, achievable goals. Failure. It's a word we all fear, but should we? Let's ponder on that for a moment. Imagine if Thomas Edison had given up after his first, second, or even 1,000th failure. We might be still fumbling in the dark, literally. The journey to success is often not a straight line. It's a winding road, filled with bumps, potholes, and unexpected detours. And yes, it's also filled with failures. But each failure is not a dead end. It's a learning opportunity, a chance to grow, to improve, and to better prepare ourselves for the journey ahead. Take a moment to think about some of the most successful people you know. Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, Walt Disney, and J.K. Rowling, to name just a few. Each of them has a tale of failure to tell. Gates's first business venture was a colossal flop. Winfrey was fired from her first television job. Disney was told he lacked imagination, and Rowling's initial Harry Potter manuscript was rejected by 12 different publishers. But did they let failure define them? No, they embraced it, they learned from it, and they used it as a stepping stone to success. Each failure was not a sign of their inability, but a testament to their perseverance. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of it. It's a teacher, albeit a harsh one. It forces us to reassess, to rethink, and to innovate. It makes us stronger, more resilient, and more determined. So, the next time you stumble and fall, don't be disheartened. Embrace the failure, learn from it, grow from it. Use it as fuel to drive you towards your goals, because in the end, failure is not about falling down. It's about refusing to get back up. It's not a measure of your worth, but a measure of your grit. And it's not a stumbling block, but a stepping stone to success. Don't fear failure. Instead, learn from it. It's not a setback, but a setup for a comeback. The road to success can be long and grueling. So what keeps us going? That's right, it's persistence. Persistence is the stick-to-itiveness that keeps us moving forward, even when the going gets tough. It's the fuel that ignites the engine of success. Let's think of persistence like a marathon. You don't just wake up one morning and decide to run 26 miles. It takes time, training, and most of all, it takes persistence. Each mile might feel like an eternity. Your legs might feel like they're made of lead. But what do? You keep going. You persist. But how do we cultivate this crucial quality? Well, it starts with passion. Find something you love, something that lights a fire in your belly. When you're passionate about your goal, persisting becomes less of a chore and more of a choice. Next, celebrate your small victories. No step towards your goal is too small to be recognized. Did you make a call, send an email, or finish a task you've been putting off? Give yourself a pat on the back. These tiny triumphs build momentum, and before you know it, you're closer to your goal than you ever imagined. Then there's the power of positive thinking. It's not just a catchy phrase, it's a mindset. Maintain a positive outlook and keep your eyes on the prize. It's not about ignoring the obstacles, but rather focusing on the possibilities. Lastly, surround yourself with positive influences. The people around you can either lift you up or drag you down. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, those who challenge you, and those who believe in you. Remember, every successful person has faced their share of challenges. They've had their moments of doubt, their periods of struggle, but they didn't let these moments define them. Instead, they persisted. They kept going, not because it was easy, but because their dreams were worth it. Remember, persistence is key. It's not about how fast you reach your goal, but that you keep moving forward no matter how slow.